friends, I'm back with a new video, and today I thought it might be fun if we took part in Jamie's Coloring Love here on YouTube. Has a highlighter challenge where you color a coloring book page with just highlighters, and I thought that would be super fun. I have done that before, and I did a few here recently just to kind of test out these highlighters that I got, and I really like these highlighters. So we're going to be coloring in this book, which is Living Neon Beautiful Garden by Bindon. And I got this from Ollie's for $1.99, which is really awesome. I love going to Ollie's for coloring books because they have books, really nice books, for like $3.99 and lower. So that's a tip. If you have an Ollie's near you, go by there and check out their coloring book selection, and even like go outside of the regular book section and look around near the stationery and like office supply section, because they have overstock of books there, and then sometimes they have a display of newer stock by the cash registers. So there's your little coloring book tip for the day. But anyway, so we're going to use highlighters to color a page, and I've already colored this page as like a test, you know, and I think it came out really nice. The highlighters we're going to be using, you can see I finished it yesterday. The highlighters we're going to be using are the Powerline 2500, ooh, it's a lot of glare, highlighters, and they're Korean. They're by Java. I bought them on Amazon US though. And these come with original and mild fluorescent colors. So there are like pastel colors in here, and then your regular standard bright highlighter colors. But they're really nice because I'll show you. They're really nice because they have like a nice shape to them, you know, and also the chisel tip is really nice. Let's see. So yeah, you can see the chisel tip is nice, and they're not overly juicy, so they don't bleed very much, which is nice. And the paper in this book, like, this is an older Bindon book, and the older Bindon books had really nice paper. The newer ones are different. The paper is weird. I'm not sure why they changed it, but this book is, I remember seeing this book at Dollar General in 2016, so this book has been around a while. But the pages are perforated, so if you go to Ollie's and you see this book, you can tear out the pages if you want. They're single-sided. You can see that highlighter bled through a little bit, but it's not bad. You can just remember to put your paper behind it. Alright. So let's pick out what colors we're going to use. These guys. I think I'm going to use mild pink. And I'm going to use Mild Wine, which is a really interesting color. It's like mild red, basically. And the Mild Purple. And one more, let's see. Should we do like a fluorescent color or something? I don't know. Let's try this color. This is Mild Smoke Blue, which I don't know if I thought I tested all the colors out, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. Okay. So we've got our colors. Oh, also, before I forget, I also tested out the highlighters on this tiny book called Little Mandalas, which is a Dover stained glass coloring book. And I did it on this page with the highlighters that we're using today. And it's cute, right? I love these tiny books. So these are just little tiny mandalas. So cute. I also have another little stained glass book that I got, but I'm going to save that for when I do a haul. And also I did it in Carla Magana's Macaroons coloring book sketchbook, and I'll show you. I actually like the way they color in this book because on CreateSpace paper, because when they dry they don't look very streaky, which is nice. So let's see. Okay, so this one I did also in highlighters. Everything's highlighter but the little like accents in her hair and on her arm. And also this black is Jelly Roll Glaze, but everything else is highlighter. Even her skin. So I thought she came out really nice. Her skin's very peachy. Oh, okay. So now let's get on to coloring our page. Let's see. How are we gonna start? Okay. So you can see there's a bunch of like swirlies, but then there are like flowers stuck in here every so often. So we're gonna start with the middle of the flowers because for some reason I always have to start with the middle of the flowers. Don't ask me why. It's just like a habit, I think. It's funny, like the habits we get into, like as colorists. Like humans really are creatures of habit. Like when you color faces, do you always start with the hair or the eyes or the lips? You know, is there a feature that you color first? Do you color the skin first? You know, everybody has like a preference, whether we realize it or not right away, where we go for a certain area first, which I think is really neat. Alright. And for the petals, what if we did I don't know. What if we did, we'll do purple on one and pink on the other. They do kind of slide around on this paper, but that's okay. It's not perfect, right? They're not really meant for coloring, they're meant for highlighting. It looks patchy right now, but it usually dries nicer, so that's good. So I hope you guys are doing alright. I haven't been doing much really. It's been so hot. I know I keep saying that, but over 90 degrees with over 110% humidity is not fun. You'll have to excuse, I know you can probably hear in the background my fan going. It is super hot. Normally I turn my fan off when I record, but this time I couldn't do it, y'all. I had to keep it on. So thank you guys for subscribing and everything. I really appreciate it. I see you guys subscribe and it means a lot to me, so I appreciate it. Alright, here's the question. Do we want to do all the flowers the same color? Yes. Yes, we do. But yes, I really appreciate you subscribing. That means a lot to me, and thumbs up and commenting and all that stuff. I know I don't have a lot of videos as of yet, but you know, slow and steady. I ordered something in the mail from Amazon, and I think it's supposed to get here tomorrow. I got oil pastels and a pastel paper. I'm gonna try my hand at drawing with oil pastels. Granted, I'm not a good drawer. I'm definitely much more of a colorist, like I've said before. But I do like I enjoy trying out different mediums, you know, like different mediums in art and stuff, or media. Is it media or mediums? I can't ever remember. But I enjoy trying out different things. So I saw a video, I've been watching videos on YouTube on how to draw and color in with oil pastels, and it just looks so fun, so I wanted to give it a try. And oil pastels don't have to be super expensive to like be good, you know, which is nice. The same holds true for colored pencils too, by the way. Like Crayola color pencils are underrated, in my opinion. Especially if you're gonna use them on Amazon paper, they work really well on Amazon paper. They're one of my like preferred brands of colored pencil to use by themselves next to polychromos on CreateSpace paper. So yes, it's true, you do not have to have really expensive supplies to make really nice looking coloring pages or drawings. It's definitely a help in areas, but it's not a must. I know it seems on YouTube especially like everybody has all of these super expensive super amazing things, you know, that seem unattainable. And for many people are unattainable because of financial reasons, which I can certainly understand. But you should just not get discouraged by all that. And use what you have and have fun. Because that's what it's all about. And that's why I like this highlighter challenge, because it shows you that you don't have to have like a ton of fancy stuff to make something pretty. I also have Stabilo Boss highlighters. Ooh, there's like a, oops, oh well, a piece of felt came off of the tip. Anyway, I also have Stabilo Boss highlighters, and the reason why I didn't take them out is because they're pastel colors like these are, so it kind of be more of the same thing, because they're more or less the same. They're like a little juicier, which makes coloring with them harder. Ideal for what they're meant for, which is highlighting, but for coloring in stuff, they really eat up the paper because they're so juicy. Even like mixed media paper that I've used them on, because I use them in my sketchbook when I draw every now and then, and man, they'll chew a hole right through that paper if you're not careful. Sometimes I turn my highlighter in my hand like this, and it messes up the angle, and it makes like weird streaky things on the paper, but that's my fault. That's because I keep turning my highlighter in my hand like it's a pencil. But you can see like they dry a lot smoother than they go down a lot of times. Just so long, don't stay in one area while you're coloring too long. Always try to keep your highlighter moving. I know it's like habit, especially if you use colored pencil, to like stay in one little area to kind of burnish it out, but keep your highlighter moving, because it's water based, and if you stay in one area too long, the paper can start to peel up a little, which is not fun. Like it happened here and like here. I can feel it. So what have you guys been up to? Have you been doing your completed pages videos, those of you who have a channel? Completed pages videos are my favorite videos to watch, and I thought about doing one for July, and then I was like, first of all, I didn't mark the pages that I finished, so I'd have to like go through and try to remember which ones I've colored, you know, which would take forever. So maybe I'll do it for August, but I'm not sure. If you would like me to do it for August, completed pages, let me know in the comments. A lot of my completed pages I put on my Instagram, which is always linked below in the description. But yeah, completed pages videos are my favorite videos to watch for sure. Oops. All the way down here. I love seeing how everyone has a different style of coloring, and it's nice. A lot of you guys are really hard on yourself when you like make mistakes on pictures and stuff, and it's okay, guys. It's okay to make a mistake. I know we get frustrated and we think like we ruined a picture, because I've been there before, trust me, but 99.9% of the time, if you just are patient and you keep going, it'll turn out. Don't give up. Keep going. Even if you think you passed the point of no return and it's completely ruined, keep going. Figure it out. You can do it. There have been a lot of times where I've started to color something and I thought, oh no, I've messed it up. But I kept going, and eventually it turned out into something I really liked. So just keep that in mind for future coloring projects. Can you guys see that? Oh. It's really hard for me to tell when I look at my phone if you can really see what I'm doing or not sometimes, because the little clip that holds the phone in place is like right in the middle of the screen. But yeah, you can see that. I know my hand's making a shadow, but don't you love this color purple? Like, my favorite color is green, but like light purple is a close second as far as like coloring goes, especially. And also, one thing I didn't realize till I started like really coloring is that I use a lot of yellow. Like, I have to make a conscious effort sometimes to not pick yellow, because I will use yellow in everything. Somewhere in the picture there's yellow. I'm doing a page in Hannah Carlson's Daydreams right now that has yellow flowers in it, and I tried guys so hard not to use yellow, but I had to do it. I had to do it for this page. It just looked too good. It's like the yellow goes with everything. It makes everything pop out of the page better. I don't know what it is. It's funny because in non-coloring life, I'm like, I like yellow, but I'm not super drawn to yellow. Like, I'm a blue-green kind of person. You know what I mean? In coloring, though, I love yellow. Do you guys have a color like that where, like, in everyday life outside of coloring, you really wouldn't pick that color or be drawn to that color, but when you are coloring a page, you pick that color all the time? Because that's definitely me. With yellow. And I don't mean like a specific kind of yellow, I just mean any shade of yellow. All the shades. Are you guys gonna get Hannah Carlzon's book that comes out on the 4th? It's Midnight Masquerade. It's already come out in Dutch and Swedish, I think. I am super excited for that book because it looks amazing. The cover design, the pages, the subject matter. I love it all. I'm definitely getting that book. She's also coming out with an anniversary edition of Daydreams, I think is what she said on her Instagram. But I don't think that comes out for a while. But that would be interesting. If it came out in English, I would get it, but I'm not sure I would get it if it was in Swedish or Dutch, because the shipping, especially like international shipping right now, is nuts. I'm guessing because of COVID and stuff like that, and not having enough people, you know, in certain industries. I'm guessing that's why international shipping is so high at the moment. So hopefully, if she does come out with moving that over. Hopefully, if she does come out with a anniversary edition soon of Daydreams, she also has an English release at the same time, because I would get that too, because Daydreams is my favorite Hannah Carlzon book. It's also the first Hannah Carlzon book I've gotten. It's the first quote unquote fancy adult coloring book I got. You know, has a hardcover, and I remember when I got it I was like, oh, this is so fancy. I don't know if I can color in this. And another reason why I like it so much is because my book kind of follows my coloring journey a bit, because it goes from late 2016 till now, so you get to see pictures from a long time ago, and it's always neat to look back on things you've colored. Okay, did I color all the blue in? I did. Okay, so we've got all of the flowers colored in purple and blue and oh, goodness me. Okay, so the other two colors we haven't used are the mild pink and the mild wine, which is basically red. So these little braids right here, these can probably be red. I think that would go nice up against the purple. Of course, I started on the bottom. Might help if I move my other hand out the way, huh? Make less of a shadow. Ta-da! That's an interesting color, isn't it? When I saw it, I was like, oh, red. Like, not bright red, but mild red, as it were. Which I thought was interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a highlighter in this color outside of maybe mild liners. I think there's a color like this in the Zebra mild liners, which I have some of those as well, and I have colored mandala in mild liners, which I really like mild liners as well. Oh, I saw the other day, because I was browsing the Michaels app, and I saw that Tombow has, you know, the Tombow dual brush pens, that are so awesome. They also have, now they've come out with, a Tombow dual brush pro pen. And the difference is, instead of them being water-based like they normally are, those are alcohol-based, which I think is amazing. Like, I love the brush tip on, and the fine tip on Tombow brush markers. So the fact that they now have some that are alcohol-based is really cool. It says it's a Michaels exclusive, so maybe that means I think that means you can only get them at Michaels right now. Maybe they'll offer them to more stores in the future, but I noticed it said Michaels exclusive, and I was like, oh, I want some of those so bad. They're like, you can get them in like color sets, you know, like purples and yellows and oranges and stuff, or you can buy them individually. I think individually they're like a little over $4, which is basically like a Copic Chow. That's what one single Copic Chow costs at Michaels. Thereabouts, maybe a little less. So I don't know, I guess I want to try them out, and I really can only get like one color set at the moment. If that, I don't know. Maybe I'll get the yellow set. Or like the orange set, you know, since I like yellow so much on my pictures. I always think maybe I'll get purple or pink first, because I color a lot of flowers that color, but then that never ends up working out. Like, I guess it's reverse psychology. Like, you bought it because you think you'll use a lot of that color, and then you don't end up using that color for a long time. It's like, well, whoops. Went out of the lines a little bit right there. That's okay. Oh man. You guys, I think I'm gonna have to make more coffee or something. I am having a sleepy day. It's my own fault though, kind of, because I stayed up really late last night playing, I think I told you guys I play Final Fantasy XIV with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's younger brother. And we all played last night, and so I stayed up really late because I got really into it, you know, so even after they left, I still played. That game is super fun. Even like even if you're a solo player and you don't have friends to play with, it's still fun. It's still a fun game, which is why I like it, because it's fun to play single player or with friends, you know. And there's always something to do. Like, you can't get bored. There's always a quest to do, or somewhere to go, or someone to talk to, or you can buy a house or an apartment in the game and furnish it. Like, you have to have a lot of in-game money, but you can do that, which is cool. I downloaded Color and Chat with Sammy's checklist coloring challenge sheets, and I'm super excited. It's such a good idea, because there are a lot of times when, I'm sure you guys know, it's hard to make a decision because you have so many choices on what to color. It's because you have so many choices, or just because you're an indecisive person like me. So I have way too many books, which creates way too many choices, and I'm an indecisive person, which is a bad combination. So that checklist challenge is a good idea, because it's like color a page using one color, color a page with a man in it, you know, color a page that has to do with Christmas, you know, just little ideas that helps you make a decision quicker. And then you're also contributing to a hashtag, which is cool. Kind of like this challenge we're doing right now with the highlighters from Jamie. If you haven't checked out Jamie's Coloring Love on YouTube, please do. She has the best channel, and she's a sweet person. So check her out if you haven't. I'll put her channel link in the description. And you can join the highlighter challenge too, and also subscribe to her channel. Boy, there's a lot more red in this picture than I originally thought. Also, if you wanted to be extra fancy, you could go over this highlighter with colored pencil, just like you would any other marker. But we're just going to keep it strictly highlighters today, because that is the challenge. When I saw this book at Ollie's, I was like, oh, this would be perfect for the highlighter challenge. Because it says it's for your neon coloring supplies. Of course, you could use regular markers and pencils in this book too, but especially the pages like the first one I showed you, that's mostly black with like the really thin white lines. Those were for sure made for neon markers, pencils, paints, pens, because it just, the color just really shows up against the black background. Sorry it got so quiet, guys. I try not to talk the whole time, because if you're like me and you color while you watch these videos, like sometimes you just like to color in silence with the other person. So I try not to blab the whole time. I'm going to scoot the book over so you can see, that might help. still got some parts right here. Dun, dun, dun. Almost done with these little red parts. It's amazing how quickly a page goes when you don't worry about shading and stuff. When you just use your highlighters. Highlighters and chill. That's the new Netflix and chill. Whoa, it got really dark all of a sudden. Trying to figure out whether or not it's gonna rain outside. Yay! Look how pretty it is. Okay. So we have these these guys with the lines, right? So we're gonna keep with the same color palette. But let's see. What color should we use next? Let's use blue for the lines right here, and then we'll use pink for the polka dotted ones. So yeah, I recommend these highlighters for coloring and stuff. Just like I said, be careful because they're not meant for coloring, you know, so always keep your marker moving. Oh, that looks really nice. Looks good so far. Oops, out of frame again. Sorry guys. Today's song I have stuck in my head is Wanted, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. Why? I have no idea. It just popped in my head. I don't know if any of you guys have ever karaoke'd before, but that's definitely a popular karaoke song. Oh no, I'm out of frame again. Okay. I've heard Bon Jovi at many a karaoke night. I know they probably don't have karaoke going on right now because of COVID and stuff, but I definitely recommend, if you've never gone to a karaoke night, you should go. You don't have to sing. It's just fun to watch other people sing. Alright, we did all of the swirly bits right there in blue. So now our last color is pink. Ooh, that's like it's funny because this color makes me think of like Barbie. This is like Barbie pink. I loved Barbies when I was a kid. I had my sister's Barbies from when she was younger, and then I had Barbies of my own that I had gotten. Barbies were so fun. I had the Barbie Mustang. I don't know if you guys remember that, from like 96, I think it was. It was like a red Mustang. And I had my sister's Barbie Corvette from the 80s. My Barbies were living the high life. I had like the Barbie soda fountain. I had a cat at the time too that he would get in the Barbie dream house and like sit in it. Sit on the bottom floor. It's too funny. He wanted to live in the Barbie dream house too. He was a fancy kitty. He liked the finer things in life. All done. Wow, that looks so pretty. Let me hold it up so you guys can see. Let's see how much that bled through in the back. Whoops, I guess a fair amount. I'm pushing all of the highlighters off the side. But it's cool. So there's our finished page with our highlighters for the highlighter challenge. Nice, huh? I really enjoyed this. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and coloring with me and putting up with my randomness. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye!